Good afternoon. It's around February 13th, 2021, and this is another video on the theme of daily conversations. I had a conversation with a guy about Valentine's Day. He was asking who was Saint Valentine and where did Valentine came from. I thought I knew the history, but I had to do some more research on it. So I started with well, I'll show you the video later. First search I found was Valentine's Day history, the story behind Saint Valentine, sharefaith.com. The year was 270. This is like 270 years after Jesus Christ. The Roman Empire was engaged in a desperate attempt to retain a Pax Romana that had endured for centuries. Christianity was active during the 3rd century. Although Christ had died over 2 centuries prior, Christians were eagerly propagating their faith and churches were springing up everywhere. These early centuries of the church were the times of the great apologists such as Clement, Ignatius, Origen, Polycarp, Athanasius, and Chrysostom. But the 3rd century was also the time of the Christian martyrs. Prior to Constantine, the empire was not friendly to Christianity. Not at all. Claudius, the reigning emperor of the time, was a warlord, intent only upon preserving the empire and routing his enemies. Christianity was not on his like list. His primary interests were military, and he would stoop to nothing to ensure that his mighty army remained loyal to him. So then this is the video I shared with him. The guy, a friend of mine, was asking about the origins of Valentine.
So many years, and no one seemed to stand up to the emperor. But not everyone was afraid of the emperor. There was a simple Christian priest named Valentine who lived in Rome, and he stood up against the law, performing marriage ceremonies for helping the lovers. Of course, he did this secretly.
So that's a little brief view of who Saint Valentine. He was a Roman priest that would just do weddings. And after doing some research on this Claudius Empire, he was worried about not having an army because everybody was getting married. Well, if you look at it, if people got married, they would have kids and more boys or even girls. They can build an army through that. So I don't think Claudius was thinking about that. Anyways, kind of reminds me of some history of other countries that are doing similar things, trying to build their army. Anyways, pray for them. Pray for these nations. Another article I found is Bible verses about love. Hey, no, I'll do this last. Okay, Saint Valentine, according to CBN. Saint Valentine, the real story. He was a Roman priest at the time when there was an emperor called Claudius who persecuted the church at the particular time. Father O'Gara explains he also had an edict that prohibited the marriage of young people. This was based on a hypothesis that unmarried soldiers fought better than married soldiers because married soldiers might be afraid of what might happen to them, of their wives or children if they died. So you can check that article. I'll be connecting it to my link below like I do in all the videos. And you can share it, or you can check out our Facebook group called Good News Love. I'll be sharing some stuff from Valentine's Day origins on this, and you can see my other love videos. So I'll end it with this Bible verse theme. Dailyverses.net. Love. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. So, this is a popular Bible verse read in weddings. And there's 108 verses on love. And if you want more romantic love with a Valentine thing, read a book of Psalms, or Song of Solomons to be exact. So that could be another video itself. In fact, the previous video I did about King Solomon, who was a contributor to the Song of Solomon. So feel free to check out that previous video. Alright, that's a little short glimpse of Valentine's Day. Hope you learned something new. If there's any additional stuff that you would like to add to this history or things that you know about Valentine's Day, feel free to check it out. Peace.
Most of the time, he got the couples married in small candle